So now that we've reached the final stages of the assembly process of the 1970 Cuda, now I can put the information labels on and do all the assembly line markings on the bottom of the car.
So the assembly line markings, basically what happened was as that car went down the assembly line and somebody would perform an operation on it, such as tightening down the shock absorbers.
One swatch of paint represents that it's the correct shock. The other swipe of paint represents that it's in the right place.
You'd see the same thing on leaf springs, the leaf spring hangers, the rear axle assembly. Drive shafts got marked. If somebody put the U-joints in it, they made a mark that the U-joints were done. Transmission cross member, same thing. They want to make sure that somebody down the line knows all of these items have been torqued. Front suspension, there's a lot of components up there. Inner and outer tie rod ends, ball joints, upper and lower, idler arm, pitman arm. All of those have to signal the person next on the assembly line that it's been addressed. There's all kinds of different colors. Each one represents something. We do our very best to mimic the originals when we don't have photographs.
So we used the Dave Weiss book for references to make sure that we got all the assembly line markings in the correct spot.
We go through that thing page after page, looking for previously documented components to make sure that we're doing the best we can to emulate the original assembly line look. You know, it's interesting on this tape now, I don't exactly know what it represented, but we've seen it before. The piece of 3/4 inch masking tape on both sides of the axle housing, we've seen it on Dana's. We've never seen it on the 8 3/4. Additionally, the Dana axle got a paper label that called out the full part number. Another interesting detail point. Another interesting point of detail is both 8 3/4 and Dana rear ends got the last 3 digits of the assembly number stamped onto the housing. You'll find this assembly number over on your broadcast sheet. The last points of detailing beside the assembly line markings on these cars are the information labels. Now we get these from ECS, they're the ones that provide it for, actually even the manufacturers today go to ECS to get replacement door vehicle identification labels and such because they are authorized by all the manufacturers to make them. We get the information labels not only for the door vehicle identification number, but for all of the items underneath the hood, the ethylene glycol warning label, the engine emission, the small detail tags that have the part numbers on them for the exhaust, the parking brake cables, the wiring harnesses. The kit that we get also comes with things like a replica of the original warranty card, the sleeve that goes over the visor for locking instructions should that apply, the how to start it little tag that goes on the turn signal, all kinds of neat stuff that really, when you're done with the car and all the assembly line markings are on, all the information labels are on, and the rest of the car is done like it should be done, it looks like it rolled off the assembly line. And that's what our car looks like. It just rolled off the assembly line.
The information labels from ECS and the assembly line markings are all done on our 1970 Cuda, and this is one more car that is out of the graveyard and ready for a customer.
All right, here we go. Maiden voyage. All right, so let's see what we got. Right now it feels good, doing about 25 miles an hour. Second gear feels nice. Our test drive on the 70 Cuda is a blast. This car runs so good. The cam is so obnoxious. It just feels strong when you're setting in it. Got a good feel to the road. It's running BF Goodrich TA radials on it. That's an old standby great tire. Looks great, very nostalgic looking. We're running those on a Krager SS rim. So just a, you know, very old school, second day, they call it. Now, when you take all that horsepower, that 390 horsepower under the hood, and you see that big bad boy shaker, you're backing it up with that 6-speed Silver Sport transmission, you can row through the gears like butter. This truly is one of the funnest little cars I've driven. Boy, that Silver Sport transmission's tight, really tight. It is the first time we have put a 6-speed Silver Sport transmission behind a regular Mopar engine. In the past, we've done it behind the Hell crate, we've done it behind the 392 crate, but we've never put it behind a 446 barrel. Got a hydraulic clutch because of the Silver Sport transmission using that Tremec 6-speed. So it's not the old conventional clutch, feels a little different. Feels solid, but pushes a little different, easier than the old 3-finger style or the diaphragm center forces that we use. So for me to drive this car around, it just feels great. Has so much old school feel to it because of the engine, but it has that new school slickness to it. That pulls you right back. See, there's no making up for torque. I guarantee it. I've got an 800 horsepower Hellcat Red Eye, but it doesn't have the torque that this thing has. This is brute, old-fashioned, American, brain-pounding, blunt force trauma torque. Feel that? Feel that, Nancy? That's real. I'll tell you what, you would not know the difference between this car and a real-life V-code car. It runs like it, drives like it, looks like it. Other than the vehicle identification number, this is a 446 barrel car. It runs and drives beautiful. The way that it handles the road, even though we're talking about 50-year-old technology, these cars handled well. This one handles well. So the steering is nice and tight. We have all of our steering gears rebuilt. We put a, we call a stage 2 kit in them. It makes them a little more rigid, less easy to turn, more resistance to them. Feel that? See that shaker come all the way up? That shaker just walks all the way up. That is cool. Boy, that feels good. That's third gear right there, and that is nice. Car holds the road like it's on rails. Beautiful. Love it. You know, when you see the car going down the road, it's beautiful. It's FJ5, it's got the hockey stick on, it's got the rear spoiler, shaker hood. To me, the Krager 5-spokes just set it off. The BF Gooders just set it off. Because those are what we had when we were kids. Well, I didn't. Dougie did. Dougie's daddy made sure that he had all the best of everything. He had the 5-spokes, he had the BF Goodrich. I had an old truck tire on the right rear of my car, something I found in Mom's trunk of her Impala on the left rear, and then 2 white Mojocks on the front of it. I had nothing. I had a dead dad, a tumor in my foot, a terrible case of Osgood slaughter, you know, and a big nose. See the shadow on the wall? It's like that groundhog that comes out and says it's okay, everything gonna be okay. You see my shadow, you know everything gonna be okay. Hello ghouls, Mark Warman here, the Ice Tray from Graveyard Carz. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. We have fantastic stuff coming up, and some of it you've never seen before. I gotta go insult people. Hey, Alice!